Police state.
Aw, little China is peeved. The HBO website is the latest to be blocked by China's Great Firewall after John Oliver had a bit of fun with its president. The British comedian did a 20-minute segment on China on a satirical news show last week tonight, critiquing the country's human rights record and dystopian surveillance tactics. What really did it, though, was joking about Xi Jinping and Winnie the Pooh, his pantsless, pot-bellied 2D twin. Xi is especially sensitive about his cartoon doppelganger, so much that images of the bear have been purged on Chinese social media. Like Pooh, Oliver's name and show have been censored on Weibo, with attempts to post either resulting in send failure or content is illegal. HBO's website has also been inaccessible to Chinese netizens since Saturday, though HBO shows like Game of Thrones are still available on Tencent's streaming platform. The Great Firewall's kill list currently includes a whole slew of blocked Western media outlets, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and the New York Times. But mainland internet users hell-bent on accessing these sites have their ways. You've been blocked. No Facebook for a month? As concerns over Facebook rise across Asia, a South Pacific nation is considering temporarily shutting down Facebook, supposedly to figure out how to regulate it. The government of Papua New Guinea says it wants to ban the social network for a full month, citing research and analysis. Sure. Communication Minister Sam Basil claims it's to crack down on fake users and filter out information that's false or misleading. But some are doubting the government's intentions, saying the move seems fishy. Officials have been pretty sensitive to criticism, and at least one opposition MP thinks the ban may be used to weed out and silence dissenters on social media. Basil didn't seem to mind a permanently Facebook-less Papua New Guinea either, and thinks making the nation its own social network site might be a good idea. Sounds like someone's been taking notes from Big Red Brother. World's hottest PC game to get locked out of China. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds may be a smash hit everywhere in the world, but leave it to China to take aim at the survival video game's violent content. Gameplay in Battlegrounds is Hunger Games style. It starts with players parachuting into a desert island, scavenging for all sorts of weapons, and then fighting each other to the death. Last man standing wins. Despite not yet officially launching in China, the game already has a sizable chunk of Chinese players. But with regulators complaining of too much blood and gore, it looks like Battlegrounds won't be getting a license anytime soon. If it does, expect it to be heavily cut and censored to fit socialist core values and traditional Chinese culture. Fun. The Chinese Copyright Association may not be a fan of violently competitive games, but better violent in a game than in real life, which might be the case if the players get fed up with their policing. China can't even take an eye roll. A female reporter broke the Chinese internet when she rolled her eyes during China's annual parliament session Tuesday morning. As China's annual session of the country's legislature marched into week 2, the often scripted media Q&A session proved too much for one journalist. When listening to a fellow reporter speak to a Chinese official, Yicai financial news reporter Liang Xiangyi was so unimpressed by the long-winded question that took some 40 seconds to ask. And here we go. Let's see it again. After her reaction was captured by China's CCTV, the moment quickly spread across Chinese social media like wildfire. GIFs and videos inspired by Liang's epic eye roll flooded Chinese social media, but unfortunately they were all later deleted by China's censors. Liang's name also ended up being one of the most censored terms on Chinese social media platform Weibo. Guess that's quite an accomplishment for a reporter? The original question was basically about how China is going to supervise overseas assets, but there appeared to be a really long and boring build-up before the reporter actually got to the question.
UAE jails American for job gripes posted to Facebook while in the U.S. Ryan Pate of Bel Air Bluffs, Florida, could spend up to 5 years in Emirati prison for using social media to criticize his employer, UAE-based Global Aerospace Logistics. During a visit home in December, Pate's doctor recommended he cut down on work due to a rare back condition. Pate called his employer, who reportedly wanted a second opinion in the UAE, and froze Pate's pay. so Pate complained on Facebook. He concedes his post included racial slurs. Shortly thereafter, Pate said goodbye to his fiancée and returned to the UAE to sort everything out. But when Pate arrived, police asked him to appear at the police station. Ryan says he was forced to sign Arabic forms that he didn't understand. Police arrested Pate for cyber slander. If convicted, Pate could face up to 5 years in prison and a $50,000 fine. Pate's fiancée created a GoFundMe account and has already raised more than $16,000 to help Pate pay for legal fees. Pate's lawyer has sent letters to Secretary of State John Kerry and the Emirati Attorney General calling for his release. Pate's lawyer says his client should be protected under the First Amendment because he posted the comments while on U.S. soil.
China takes the fun out of Steam. Reports coming out of China this week say that the Chinese Communist Party has blocked Steam community access. Oh, and that's totally, absolutely nothing to do with Jack Ma's Tencent launching its very own Steam-like store, WeGame, in September. According to reports, the Steam store is still accessible, but the writing may very well be on the wall for the Valve-run gaming website in China. And if that's the case, Valve will be feeling the pinch. Reportedly, millions of their customers come from the PRC. PUBG was banned in the country but was allowed back in only after Tencent agreed to help make the Chinese version socialist-friendly. And yo, that's what Skyrim mods on Steam really need, some socialism with Chinese characteristics. So it's see ya later for Dragonborn. Hello, Chairman Mao. I am Jack's failing free speech platform. Twitter has decided to go the way of the dodo. On Monday, the San Francisco-based company began deleting accounts that they deem hateful or violent under new rules. But what about free speech? Twitter's a private company, Tomo Sapiens, and can censor as it pleases. No First Amendment protections here. Certain groups on all sides of the supremacy rainbow were kicked off the platform. Reportedly, those removed included the New Black Panthers, the American Nazi Party, as well as users from British far-right group Britain First. But by closing these accounts, America's Weibo is just drawing more attention to these people and their screwball ideologies. Elsewhere, Gab-I, a self-described pro-free speech platform like Twitter, is reportedly gulping up ex-Twitterers and new users from the left, right, and center.